Hey, what's up everybody? John here, Delighted Acres Farm, and it is a beautiful Saturday. We had rain the last few days. The temperature today is, man, it's in the 70s. We've got some sunshine, got a nice breeze going, and we're out here in the garden. We got more stuff to do, but so just in case you're not aware, we got a no-till garden that we started this year, and I'll go through a couple of the things we got in here and what we've done so far. And look at these. It's our wicking tubs. So give me just a second. I'm going to do a couple things, and then I'll be right back with you and let you know what we have done, what we are continuing to do. Today, we're going to get out here and let me just say, here in our no-till garden, right here, our onions, they're onions that we started from sets. So they were already onions that were growing. And so that's what these are from. Those are from sets. This bed here, those are onions just from bulbs. So they had not started growing yet. They were just the onion bulb. And let's see if I can do this real quick. Okay, so like I said, this bed right here, this is from onion sets. And we've got some that are growing, and that's good. But we had onion sets all the way through here. This whole thing was planted with the sets. Well, so it was all planted. It was all sets, and there were 3 rows planted all the way down. But for whatever reason, they didn't all thrive. And so there's a bunch of them that have not grown. There's some of the ones that are growing right now that are going by the wayside. So they're not all going to make it. However, in this other row here, right here, we planted all these from bulbs, you know, and they weren't very big. But look at these. Most of them went ahead and grew, and they are thriving. They are doing really well. If you're going to start onions using a start versus using a bulb, the bulb tends to do better. So that's from all of my experience, all of my knowledge, my wealth, not a wealth of knowledge. But anyway, so if you guys are going to do onions next year and you haven't done them before, my encouragement would be to use the bulbs over the starts. So anyway, that's just how it's working for us. Also in our garden, we have got carrots. So I'll tell you about the board in a second. But you see all this green, man. Look at that. Woohoo. We have got carrots, and so that's exciting. So the board is important because whenever we planted the carrots, the board is used to put down over the seed. And we had tape. That's another thing. If you do carrots, don't use the carrot tape. Don't use the seed tape. Use seeds, because actual seeds tend to grow better. But we didn't have very good experience with the tape. We're learning a lot of stuff this year. I hope that you guys learn too with us. So don't use onion starts. Don't use seed tape for your carrots. So, but anyway, the board helps because when you plant your seed, you put the board down on top of it. It helps hold the moisture in. It helps keep the hot sun off. It helps keep a regular amount of moisture. So when you water, the water comes off the board and comes under, and you're not worried about them drying out and not getting enough moisture, and it helps them to germinate better. And so that's the purpose of the board. We have since replanted. Kelly replanted there so that we might get another bunch of carrots, but we're excited because we've never done carrots. And look at all that green. That is awesome. If we just get a handful that we can eat, we will feel that that's a success. But we have so many that are growing right now. and hopefully more will grow that we have planted. That man, I tell you, if you're not growing your own food, and if you're not just enjoying the process, it's a lot of work. But just understand that it's a process, and that this is something we are growing. This is something that we can enjoy, and who knows, maybe we'll be able to share with somebody. But right now, we're just trying to do it, to learn, to grow, and to eat some of it. So anyway, also here in our garden, we planted cabbage. Look how beautiful these cabbage are. They're pretty good size. So we got green cabbage here, and then we got our purple cabbage growing right there. And so my hand, they are pretty good size. I don't know, I would say some of them stretch out a couple of feet. The leaves stretch out a couple feet. But overall, man, look at this. Look at that. That's beautiful, you guys. That's what we want. We want our stuff to grow. We want it to be big. We want it to be beautiful. And so far, so good. There are some places where you can tell some bugs have been biting on it and chewing and making some holes, but some of this cabbage is about ready to head out. It's about ready to ball up ahead, and so we're really looking forward to that. This is super exciting. We like to grow. We like to plant. This no-till garden is an experiment for us, but we would like to go forward with no-till as much as we can. We just see benefits there, and so as we learn and grow, you guys, thanks for coming along with us as we do it. And so we have one more row that we have so far. Here in just a little bit, we're going to put in, so this is the last row we have so far. We're going to put another row in here in a few minutes. And I don't know how much of that I will get on video, but I'll show you at least after we're done doing it. But this one row that we have here, if you can see, right here is a mound, and there are some yellow squash that are popping up. Back here is a mound, and there are some zucchini that are popping up. So let's take a look at those real quick. Man, look at that. That is super exciting, you guys. That is our yellow squash, and that is our zucchini. And Kelly, she planted those last Saturday. Yeah. And so those are a week old. They germinated this week. We had a ton of rain, which is super exciting because free watering. We didn't have to use a garden hose. So here's the deal. Little side note before I go on. When you get rain, it waters, and it always does better than water from a hose, because as the rain falls through the atmosphere, there's nutrients and stuff in the air that it collects, and then it drops into your soil, onto your plants, and it just is a better design. God designed it that way, and that's why it works. So anyway, as I said, these were planted a week ago. They germinated this past week, and now they have popped up out of the ground, and they are well on their way now to becoming full-fledged plants that will produce something for us that we can eat and maybe share with other people. So let me show you my wicking tubs. It's something we've been working on. Like I said, I've said before, Gardening with Leon is another YouTube channel. He is the one that I know has done this for a lot of years. Daniel Arms from Arms Family Homestead, he's the first one I actually saw do this, and he referenced Leon, and so I've watched a lot of videos about it. And so this is our attempt at wicking tubs. So let me show you. We've got tomato plants already planted, so we got lick tubs that were for cattle, and they licked them all down. And we have friends that have given us these tubs. They've gifted them to us, and so we put fabric in, we put fill pipe, we put our tomato. So this is what it looks like after it's done. But here is what it looks like from the beginning. So we drill a hole right there in the side. It's rain, so there's water in here. These pipes we cut to length, and they will be right there where the hole is. You can leave a little gap, and then we put the cloth in so that it holds the soil, and the pipe, or the PVC, so we can fill up the water. The water, you can water this and it will flow down too, but either way, the idea is that as the plant grows, the roots reach down toward the water, and we have a drain hole on the side of the tub so that the water only gets so high. It can't get any higher than that, and it leaves about an inch air gap so the roots will self-prune themselves, so they're not setting directly in just a bunch of water and rotting. And so we'll see how it goes. These are our first 4, and the plants are looking decent. These were from just a couple of days ago. They're starting to look healthy. They're going through some transplant shock at the moment. A couple of them look pretty good. Like I said, a couple of them, it's just because they were transplanted, and so they are still trying to get used to being out here. But anyway, we got 4 more right here that I need to do for today. I've got a stack of them right there that are ready for me to work on, and I've got a few still up next to the house. Woo! Hey, Kelly just checked the chickens, and we got 3 eggs. 3 eggs for today so far. Hopefully we'll get 4. We got 4 chickens if you're not familiar. But Pearl has been broody, and she has been affecting how many eggs we've been getting. And so yesterday, I think we got 3. We got 3 today. The day before we didn't get any, and we've got only a couple of times. And so she's been broody a month, but I think she has broken the brood. She's been down yesterday and today, so that's encouraging. Anyway, side note. So, but back up at the house out front, we've got a few more of these tubs that are ready to be worked on as well. As many as we have here, we have about that many more still that we can make, and we have about that many plants that are ready to go in. So today's project, gonna make another bed, finish out our garden, our no-till garden. I'm gonna put down some more cardboard, some more compost, and then some mulch here to make a walkway just like that, and then work on making some more of these. I don't know that we'll get all those done, because one gorilla cart full of the compost, one gorilla cart only makes 2 tubs. And then it takes 5 gorilla carts to make a whole row of no-till. So it's a lot. It's a lot of shoveling. I'm fat, I'm getting old, and so I don't know if I want to do all that work, but we'll see. We'll see what we can get done today. Thank you guys so much for coming along, watching. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's educational for you guys, and I hope it just adds a little enjoyment to your day. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Y'all don't have to. There's millions of other channels and videos that you can watch. And if you're watching right now, you chose to be right here right now, we thank you. So like I said, I don't know how much I'm gonna actually get to show, but I'll try to show you some of the process. But I'm definitely going to show you the finished product after we're done today, and talk through that just a little bit. So yeah, anyway, you guys, thanks for coming along. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you guys a little update of how things are going. And we've probably been at this half hour. So since you last saw me, it's been about 45 minutes. It took about 15 minutes to get started. And we've been working about a half hour. So let me show you guys what we got going on. So there you go. We have got cardboard laid down right there. And that cardboard is the base layer for the no-till garden. So put the cardboard down. We put the compost on top. And then we put cedar mulch in between the rows. So what it's going to do is this cardboard is going to help prevent the grass and weeds from growing up through the soil, so that we can plant and not have to mess with as many weeds and grass growing into. I don't know if you guys were watching last summer, we were overrun with Bermuda grass. And it looked like a jungle because the only place that was getting water in the whole yard was the garden. And it was probably, some grass was 3 foot tall in between the rows of tomatoes. And because we didn't have any rain for 8 weeks last summer, and it was in the hundreds. So, but so far this spring, we have had some weeds, some grass come up in places where I didn't get a good covering of, like a good overlap. You need a good overlap of the cardboard so it actually prevents the stuff from growing up. So we do have some places over here that's got grass and some weeds coming up. But overall, y'all, this is going to be fantastic because it's going to be less work in the long run trying to control weeds and grass and stuff. So anyway, so far, like I said, in about a half hour, we laid all of this down, and that was taking our time because we're not like in a super hurry, but we got this laid down. You see these blocks down here, that is the width of our aisle. And so from here to here, that's how wide the bed is going to be, and that's going to be the entire length. So what we're going to take a break real quick. We're going to have some water, sit in the shade, enjoy the north breeze, and then we're going to get back to it and get some of this good blackness onto the cardboard so we can start making the bed. And then I can get started back on the tubs. So see you in a bit. All right, so you guys, We have got 4 loads of our compost mix already laid down. So I'm gonna come out here, I'm gonna get the 5th load, and that's how many it takes to make one bed is 5. So I'm gonna come out here, grab the 5th load, take it back, and we'll be done with the bed itself. And so then after we do that, probably do a little bit more. I don't know if Kelly's gonna plant anything today, but like I said, I've got some wicking tubs that I need to work on. So that might be the next thing. I may just need to sit down for a little bit and go from there. Anyway, I've got 4 tubs that are ready to go to be made, and the others I have to do all the stuff to them. So like I've got to drill the holes and cut the well, I've already got some, I don't even know what I'm saying. So I've got to drill the holes in the tubs. I've got to make sure that my pieces of pipe, I have enough, I think, for 6 more after these 4. And then we've got another 12 to 15 that need to be made. And we got some corrugated pipe or French drain pipe yesterday. It's 4-inch pipe. It's 100 feet because that's the shortest roll. Could have done with 25, probably, maybe 50, but we got 100. So you know what? We have extra corrugated pipe. And so if anybody needs a French drain put in, I'm not doing it. And so anyway, okay, I'm gonna get this last load real quick and take it back there and finish up this bed. And yeah, we'll see what's going on after that. Okay, so, I have no idea how much this load weighs. And it's not that heavy, but bringing it back, part of it's uphill. So it's really getting to me today. I'm thankful this is the last load because, like I said earlier, I'm fat, out of shape. I need to fix that. So, all right, here we go. Last load, got it back here. We're gonna dump it right now. All right, so, whew, y'all, hold on a second. Okay, so with these loads, I learned with all the other beds, I learned with all of those rows so that I need to get the cart completely full. So I got all of these loads completely full, and it was plenty, I think. The others, they're a little thinner because I didn't make them all completely full, but they also settle after it rains and they get wet. So anyway, this is our process of doing no-till. And like I said, we're not experts at this. This is the first time that we've ever done it, but it has gone pretty smoothly. It's not been that, it's really not been as much work as you would think. I don't know, all the work that goes into it up front, I think is going to be worth it over time. So Kelly is just smoothing it out and making a bed just like we want it, so that we can plant in it and stuff. So anyway, we're happy with the process, even though we could be in better shape, and that's our goal, is to eat healthier to be more active. Being in the garden helps us to be more active. Growing stuff in the garden will help us to eat healthier. So yeah, you guys, if you grow no-till, let me know. How's it work for you? If you've been thinking about trying it and you are working on it this year, let us know. How do you like the process? What are some of the things that you have found beneficial or that you have enjoyed about putting in a no-till? What are some of the drawbacks that you see of doing no-till? Do you think it's more work or less work? Upfront versus long-term, all of those things. So yeah, anyway, so here, let me show you. There it is, complete. Kelly just finished raking it out. So this is this is actually our final bed that we're gonna do. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We got 6 rows that we're doing, and we're working on tubs. So for right now, y'all, this is gonna be our garden. Who knows, in the future, maybe we'll come out. Maybe we'll push out that way. Maybe we'll just take up the whole front yard and grow food. But for right now, we've got what we set out to do, working on the tubs. We have a raised bed that we want to put together, but that didn't work out like I wanted early on. So that's going to take some work going forward. So that's on hold for the moment. And we also have some, gosh, we put out a fig tree in the front yard earlier last week, and we've still got a rose bush and some blackberries that we need to put out. And y'all, we're getting food in the ground, and so that's exciting. So anyway, Kelly, you got anything you want to say? You good?
I'm good.
She's good. She says she's good. So she's gonna take a break right now. We're gonna take a break, and then we'll get back at it. Like I said, I'm gonna do the tubs here in a little bit, but right now I'm just gonna finish the video. So you guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and every time that you watch one of the videos, it's good for my heart. And so y'all, I hope that you liked this. I hope it was informative and that you enjoyed it. Like I said, if you got any comments or questions, put them down below in the comment section, and we really enjoy having those conversations with you guys. If you have any tips, something maybe we haven't thought about having having no-till, let us know. Yeah, so if you like the video, please hit the like button. That would help us out. At some point, hopefully, I would like to go and be able to get monetized, but I have to have a lot more subscribers, have to have a lot more watch hours, and that just takes time, just like putting in a garden and putting in work on anything. And if it never happens, you know what? It doesn't. But hopefully that would be great if it does. Y'all, like I said, like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, ring the notification bell so you know when new stuff comes out. And y'all have a great rest of your day, whatever day it is that you are watching this. I'll see you on the next video, and get excited because 3-day weekend's coming up for most of y'all, because Memorial Weekend is next weekend. So you guys, I love you guys. See you next time.